She makes the kill!
And oh my goodness, Spoo with the clutch play. That's a victory royale for Marietta. Anymore though, but does finish him up. Gets 2, gets 3. What a hit that hits him 65%. Wow! And does it go in? It goes in! It goes in!
The line swing 5 2 for me, 1 for me, none!
Good evening, Pio Nation. I hope you're doing well tonight. My name is Matt Williamson, and you are watching Marietta College Esports. So tonight we are going to be showcasing our Overwatch team as they go up against George Mason University in the NACE Starleague Varsity Premier Series. Hopefully we have all the technical issues resolved that we had last time where everything was crashing left and right, but so far everything seems to be stable, so I think we're going to be good. Everyone's already getting in the lobby, so I'm going to go over some things real quickly before we get started. So first of all, let's go over the roster for our Overwatch team. I'm just going to go down the list. We're going to have at DPS sophomore Jeffrey Dolby, portal runner. At support, we're going to have senior Bailey Mathenia Argo. At also support, we're going to have sophomore Corey McFan, C4 Gamer. At tank, we're going to have senior Tyler Soundninja Azadale. And I believe we'll also have at DPS freshman Zachary Simpkins, OP Knees. And then we have our head coach Derek Games Grump. Now let me go over a few announcements while I'm waiting for that lobby invite. So I want to give a shout out to HyperX for being the official peripheral sponsor of Marietta College Esports. They have provided our facility with keyboards, mice, headsets, mouse pads, microphones. We love the quality of the peripherals. We're using their Quad-X mic in our broadcasting room right now. If you want to check out some HyperX gear, please be sure to go to hyperx.gg/MariettaES. The QR code is up on your screen. We also want to give a shout out to Over the Moon Pizza for their support every Tuesday. Hey, that's today. And Thursday, they have their game night. If you go to their restaurant on Front Street in Marietta, they'll have a Nintendo Switch available so you can play some Smash Brothers or some Mario Kart. And right now, they are going to be showcasing our stream here. So if you're not over there, you got like 5 seconds to go over so you can get some good food get good deal on good food and drinks, but also be able to cheer on our Overwatch team. So definitely go check them out on Tuesdays. Of course, we're always recruiting for students for our esports program, whether you're a current Marietta College student or if you're an incoming freshman or a college transfer. We have our varsity titles in Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant, Super Smash Bros., and Rocket League. We have our dedicated facility here on campus. A lot of our teams do have volunteer coaches. We are so thankful for taking the time to work with our students. We do want to make sure that our students are doing well academically, but we also try to provide lessons to kind of give a holistic view of the program, and scholarships are available. For more information, go to our link tree, linktr.ee/Marietta Esports. Speaking of tryouts, we will have scholarship tryouts on Saturday, March 16th and Sunday, March 24th. So those will be, I was getting a notification here. Okay. I was like, why was the game, I got a friend request. Okay, I'll take that. But yeah, so you can fill out a recruitment inquiry form at bit.ly/mcrecruit, schedule the tryout at bit.ly/mcesporttryout, and then join the Discord server at bit.ly/PioDiscord. This is for high school seniors and college transfers who are looking to come to Marietta College in fall 2024. So you can fill out the information, and you can do in person on March 16th or online on March 24th. We will have some other tryout dates in April as well. So if you're not able to try out during this time, that's fine, but we have a few more left going into next year. And of course, thank you all for your support. Thank you for following. Thank you for donating. Thank you for subscribing. They are our main ways to support our students. And of course, if you do have Amazon Prime, there is this thing called Prime Gaming that will allow you to help support our program at no additional cost to you by connecting your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account to give you Prime Gaming, which gives you all sorts of perks, such as free cosmetic items, or even in Overwatch, you get free level ups, which is always cool. You might get free games sometimes, but you also get a free sub that you can use every month for any channel of your choice. So you can subscribe to our channel at no additional cost to you, and we get the revenue from that at no additional cost to you. You just have to remember to manually renew it every 30 days. It does not automatically renew like a traditional Twitch subscription. All right, we are getting into the first game. This is going to be best of 5 series, and it looks like it's going to be Antarctic Peninsula. And I think Marietta decided this, which is an interesting choice. They've been kind of going around a little bit for what control map they want to play. So interesting choice to go with Antarctic Peninsula. So we will see how that goes. Everyone's just kind of having a good time in the lobby chats right now. So we're just waiting for everyone to start up. It should be any second now, so I'm just making sure that everything is good on my end. It looks like Marietta will be on the blue side, although for control map, it's not as big of a deal. Let me see how things are going on in the chat. Oh, they're talking about Pokemon Go. There was the Sinnoh event this past weekend with Pokemon Go, which was a lot of fun. Although the team is talking about this in the chat, so they're not going to know about it. So Twitch chat, you're going to get the inside scoop on this. Give me a second. I have to pull this up because they're talking about Pokemon Go in here, and they're going to have to rewatch the stream. But I did catch a shiny Uxie during the Sinnoh event. So now you guys know. But, all right. Looks like rating checks are coming out. So, we should be starting any second. Well, at least Marietta was ready. I don't know if George Mason is ready. Okay, doing the rating checks once again to see if everyone is good to go for this match. Actually, they did change it. So it's not going to be Antarctic Peninsula. It's going to be Oasis. So a last-second change by the Pioneers. So that makes a lot more sense because I feel like they haven't practiced a whole lot with Antarctic Peninsula, whereas Oasis makes a whole lot more sense. Okay, it looks like George Mason is ready. So we should be starting any second now. So as soon as they start, they're starting. So here we go, folks. Marietta College versus George Mason University. We'll start off on Oasis. And it looks like everything looks stable. At least on my end, it looks like the FPS is under control. Nothing's crashing. No choppiness. That's what I love to see. I'm sure that's what you guys would love to see. So now we're going to see what Pioneers will be picking for their composition. All right, so let's see here. So looks like Marietta is going to be going with a dive composition. Azadale on the Winston. Portal Runner on his favorite Genji. OPD is going to go with Tracer. C4 Gamer loves the Lucio. And Argo is going to go with the Kiriko. And we're going to see almost a mirror matchup from George Mason. The only difference is going more brawly with the Junker Queen as the tank and Moira as support. I heard Moira has gotten some buff lately, so which means I might need to get back to playing this game because I love playing Moira. But alright, so the game is underway. Pioneers will be heading straight for the center, but it looks like George Mason may be getting there first. Asdale's going to be trying to leap in, going after Tracer, does pop the shield, trying to track some attention, but he's got to fall back down. Does get taken out right away, might have gone out just a little bit too far, and now this is going to be George Mason's opportunity to push the Pioneers back. Argo is already going down. Portal Runner's going to pull out, gets back to half health. You got OP Knees is going to try to get picked, but Portal Runner does end up falling, and now Meredith is going to have to regroup. Azadale's going very far ahead. He's got to fall back. You just got to wait for the rest of the team to be there. T4 Graham going to be swapping between those heals and speed boosts. Going to be looking for the possible flank. OP Knees trying to flank from the side, but has to recall. But looking to make plays, but a big boop right there from C4 Gamer. Will Marietta be able to capitalize this? We're going to see Argo's down. Oh, the Portal Runner does take down the Moira, so it's a 1-for-1 right now. 2, 3, 4. Although Azadale is going to take down the Junker Queen. This might be Marietta's opportunity. Although Azadale is going to fall, but OP Knees does take down the other Tracer. So now they're just trying to take out that Genji. It's very low on health. OP NACE is going to be chasing down. Now I got to try to capture the point. Is at 40%, 39% before Marietta was able to capture it. So a pretty good stop. Now they need to regroup, but we're going to see George Mason starting to come back. OP NACE taking a little bit of damage. Meanwhile, C4 Gamer is just going to be cruising along, getting that healing up. But Azadale already getting into everyone's face, looking to try to throttle them, but gets very low, has to jump back down. But he's going to get taken out. I think he's just getting too overexposed here and not in healing sight. He's got to stay in range here. C4 Gamer gets a pick, but Argo is going to end up going down. And so far, no ultimates are online yet. Marietta's got the point to 32%, but Porter Runner is going to go down. OP NACE extremely low. He finally goes down. And now we're going to see George Mason taking it back. Marietta gets it to 36%. Azadale does have Primal Rage ready, so we'll see if that plays a role, but we're going to see Reckoning just about to come online for George Mason. And Azadale's already taking some damage. Where is that coming from? They're going to be going off to the side here. Here comes Dragon Blade and Coalescence coming out. There's the Primal Rage from Azadale, looking to just knock everyone away. Argo does get taken down by that Dragon Blade, but Azadale's just trying to cause as much disruption as possible. And he's got to fall back to get low. Porter Runner end up going down. OP NACE gets about half health trying to make a play, but not a whole lot there. So Marietta is going to have to regroup. Points now at 76%. C4 Gamer falls, so that's going to force a stagger. Now we see two ultimates ready for the Pioneers. Almost the third with the Kasune from Argo. And it is online, so Marietta has 3 ultimates. They're going to have to pop something soon because the point's now at 90%. Pulse Bomb does come out. And here comes the Reckoning and the Kasune, and that's 2 already down for the Pioneers. And there comes Sound Barrier from both sides, but it's just basically OP NACE at this point. Has to recall. Dragon Blade is coming out for a Porter Runner, but gets taken down. And that is going to be the first round going to George Mason. So I think a lot of it was hard to tell, but it seemed like Azadale was getting into George Mason's face, but I don't know if it was in range of the supports and he would get taken down quite a bit, or maybe it was just too much damage to take. He's going to swap over to the Doomfist, looking for a more brawling type tank, maybe looking for just diving right on top. And what is this, Argo? What do I see here? Do I see an Alari? Oh no, it's a Life Leader. What am I thinking? It's a Life Leader. It's been a while for me, folks. I apologize. But we're going to see how Argo does on this Life Leader. Trying to keep everyone up. Azadale already getting very low and gets taken out. Once again, just kind of the story of the game so far, just overextending and costing his life. He's got to stay with his team. Porter Runner and OP NACE have to fall back. His supports are already down. And George Mason is going to be able to capture the point first. C4 Gamer going to try to taxi everyone over there. But we're already seeing George Mason trying to prevent Marietta from going through any of the entrances. Azadale is trying to get in range, looking for a punch. Is going to try to catch this Junker Queen. Has to put some defenses up, but he's out there by himself. He's trying to get healed up. But he's going to have to retreat to try to stay alive. Porter Runner does get taken down by Junker Queen. So now they're going to rotate to the other side. C4 Gamer is going to go down, so that's already one support down for the Pioneers. OP NACE has to recall, but not getting a whole lot of health from it. You know, Argo did swap over the Kiriko. Life Leader was just not working out for him. Now the point's at 37%, and Marietta has not been able to make it to the contention at all. Just everyone's taking a bunch of damage before they even get into the fight. We see C4 Gamer was at half health. He is going to get healed back up. But just that initial damage, and we're going to see Azadale looking to make a play. Gets a stun onto the Genji, but gets healed right back up. C4 Gamer actually ends up going down, and so does OP NACE. That's already 2 down for the Pioneers. Argo's going to go down, so that's everyone but Azadale. But now Azadale falls, and Porter Runner is going to go down, so that is an unofficial ace for George Mason. Now they're going to have to group back up. They do not, they almost have Kusune available, but we're saying OBDs already gets picked off, and now Marietta's going to have to wait again for him to respawn. You cannot afford to get picked off like that, especially when the point's at 84%. Ultimates are coming online for George Mason, and right now, Marietta does not have anything available other than the Kusune. But they're going to have to move because now the point's at 93%. Here comes the Kusune to try to make a play. And there comes Coalescence and Dragon Blade coming out. And several ultimates coming out for George Mason. Argo trying to keep everyone alive, but everyone's just dropping left and right. Argo's the only one that's actually left. And the first game will go to George Mason. Play the game is going to go to that Genji, but most likely one of his Dragon Blade plays. Actually, no, it's just going to go for the dash. And just trying to get picks left and right, get quite a few there. Look, it actually takes down Portal Runner right when he was using his Dragon Blade. But that first map will go to George Mason, so Marietta will decide what they're going to go with on hybrid. I think a lot of it was positioning. We saw that even a couple times where the Pioneers were catching someone and getting down to half health, the rest of George Mason just collapsed onto that person, healing the player back up and taking down whoever was attacking them. Whereas it seemed like the Pioneers were a lot more spread out in their positioning. So they may need to consider to be more grouped up and be ready to pounce on a single target if they're going to get the picks. All right, I think the Pioneers are still discussing what they're going to be going with. So in the meantime, I'm going to see, do I have the right schedule? I do not. So let me pull up the schedule right here. So just to give you an idea of where we're going for the rest of this week, it's going to be quite a bit of stuff going on. In fact, it's a slight schedule change with a reschedule where our Rainbow Six team will actually be playing against Butler tomorrow at 8 o'clock, not Thursday at 7. So this is going to be one of the most hyped matches all semester long. So make sure you come back tomorrow at 8 o'clock for the Rainbow Six match. The other matches will be on schedule. So on Thursday, we will have our Smash team go up against Grand Valley State at 6 o'clock. Our League of Legends team will be going up against Marquette at 8 o'clock on Thursday. And on Saturday, our Fortnite Navy team will be participating in the traditional split championship. We will not be able to stream that, but it will be on the NACE Starleague channel, so definitely check it out there. And our League of Legends team will be playing against UPike at 4. I don't know yet if we're going to be able to stream that or not. We will find out. Now, it looks like the next map is going to be Kings Row. Marietta will be on offense first, because if you win, you get to choose a side, and George Mason has chosen the defensive side, which makes sense, because if you get that early advantage, then you could use that going into the second half of the map. But right now, ready checks are coming out, so we should be starting any second. As a reminder, we are on a 3-minute delay for our streams just to preserve competitive integrity. We don't want any stream sniping. We don't want to give away any information. So we're just trying to make sure that we're fair to everyone who is watching. But let's get into Kings Row. All right, we're just going to chill right here. And there is a pause. Not sure why. Did not see anything in the chat for that reason. Yeah, I don't know what the reason was, but we're back into it. It might have been a misclick or something. I don't know. We're going to see what the Pioneers are going to be going with for the composition this time. Alright, so it looks like we're still going to see the Genji and the Tracer, but Azadale is going to be going with something with more shields, playing a bit more defensively. But this time, actually, Juggernaut is coming in. I did not realize that, so I need to update things on my end. And I don't know, do we have the camera set up for... Juggernaut. We do not. So all this means is you're just going to see Argo even though Juggernaut is playing. So we'll just have to live with that. Nothing you can do. But alright, Pioneers are going to be leading in. We're going to have Azadale leading on the Sigma. Shield already gets retracted. Going to try to find the right place, but they're going to be rotating around looking for that flank. The stun does not connect though. You know, Portal Runner going to be looking to get some damage onto that Junker Queen, using that shield as cover, but the shield's already being cracked. Goes for the dash, does not get it, but Junker Queen does end up going down, so this is the opportunity the Pioneers are looking for. Moira does have to bamf away, but Azadale is going to take down the Moira, so Marietta is going to start buying some space. The OP NACE does take some damage, looking to take out Tracer, has to recall, but will stay alive. But Marietta will capture that point with very good time. 5 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. So now we're going to see it is Juggernauts on here, not Argo. Juggernauts on another computer in the facility. So they just forgot that, you know, need to swap computers for it, but that's okay. We just need more cameras. That's what we need. But OP NACE does get taken down. So Marietta will try to continue pushing, but George Mason is looking to contest that payload. Shield's going to be coming out for Azadale. Has to retract it to try to recharge. Going to be popping it again. Looking for a stun. Does not get what he needs. Although he's going to pop the Graviton Flux. Is going to get the Moira. And does take down the Moira, which is exactly what the Pioneers want. OP NACE is going to fall, but Portal Runner looking to take down too. And there's Dragon Blade. Does end up falling to it. And that Dragon Blade is a huge play there for George Mason. So although he was able to get the Moira, not able to make a whole lot of progress onto the payload. 4 minutes and 40 seconds remain in the round. OP NACE maybe looking for a pick on the side. Catches the Genji, but he's going to have to fall back. Pulse Bomb is ready to go. So maybe looking for a particular play. He does see is taking a little bit of damage. Looking to pick and gets picked off by the Tracer, unfortunately. Now Portal Runner is going to have to fall back, and we see that's the opportunity for George Mason to collapse on the Pioneers. They're going down one by one, and that's going to force more staggering as they have to group up and heal back up. Now we got about 4 minutes remaining in the round, and Pioneers are just kind of stuck. The payload's actually moving in the opposite direction. They do have 4 ultimates ready as they'll swap it over to the Junker Queen. But we're going to see Reckoning coming out for George Mason and using that to collapse onto the Pioneers. And they're just right now hanging out at their spawn point. We're looking to deal some damage before getting out, but not really getting a whole lot out of value from it. C4 Gamer looking to get everyone killed up as they're moving over. Sound Barrier is ready to go, as well as several ultimates. Now they're looking for the possible jump. It's going to be bopping the Pulse Bomb. There comes the Dragon Blade. Although Portal Runner gets taken down while using Dragon Blade, so they just collapsed onto him. And we're going to see Coalescence coming out for Juggernaut, trying to take down several. But it's just not enough. Gets disrupted. Does get taken down. Now we got less than 3 minutes to go in the round. Azadale trying to get some damage out, but he just gets picked off immediately. Portal Runner openings, swapping over to May and Bastion, realizing that this dive composition is not working for them. So they're going to have to try something else. And actually, OP NACE is going to swap over to Reaper. So they're realizing that the composition just is not doing what they need, so they have to make an adjustment. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remain, and the payload is still been just kind of hanging out at this spawn point. Sound Barrier coming out for C4 Gamer. Walls coming out, and so is Coalescence. Dragon Blade's coming out for George Mason. We have to ice block that. OP NACE going to be looking to find a pick onto the serval, but 2 of the Pioneers have already fallen. Actually, it's a team kill for George Mason. Right now, Pioneers are struggling to find a play. They're trying to talk things over to see what can they do, how can they find the pick, because it just seems like George Mason is just this big hive mind that they're just on the same page of the targets, where they need to be, when they need to be. Let's see, Reckoning comes out. Pulse Bomb does take Azadale very low. Tries to heal back up. Here comes the Reckoning. But it gets Ice Wall at the last second. Although Junker Queen for George Mason does get taken down. And this may be the opportunity that the Pioneers are looking for. So now they're going to start moving that payload. Forerunner looking to try to make some long-range picks. Blizzard is ready to go, and so is Coalescence for Juggernaut. So can Marietta use this momentum to try to get the payload to the next checkpoint? A minute 13 remains, so they need to try to get as much space as possible. So they're about halfway through, although now we're seeing George Mason grouping back up. Here comes the Dragon Blade coming out for George Mason, but Portal Runner goes down before he can even use Blizzard, and it's going to be another team kill for George Mason. They got about 50 seconds left. They do have 2 ultimates, almost 3 ready, but we're going to see a couple ultimates online for George Mason. So right now the ult economy is in George Mason's favor. As Dale's looking to try to get some damage out, taking a lot of hits. Trying to look to take this Junker Queen under control. And here comes Coalescence and Pulse Bomb. But OP NACE gets taken down from behind by the Junker Queen. Just not finding the opportunity that they need. Portal Runner is going to be popping that Blizzard. And here comes, they will get the Junker Queen down, but no one else gets caught in the Blizzard. So Marietta is going to have to ride this payload for the remainder of the round because it's less than 10 seconds. So someone needs to stay there the whole time to keep this into overtime. So OP NACE is back onto the payload. It is overtime right now. But they're trying to get a pick onto the Moira. C4 Gamer trying to keep everyone alive. Let's see, OP NACE is looking for a Death Blossom. So he's going to be popping it. But George Mason is able to make the read, and they use the terrain as cover. Azadale gets taken down. OP NACE trying to take down Junker Queen, but he's going to end up falling. Portal Runner trying to get picks if he can to. But we do see Lucio does end up falling. So they're trying to stay into overtime. Now there's this Tracer is contesting. But they do get the pick. And will they get the checkpoint? They will get the checkpoint, so they got another minute and a half to go to the 3rd leg of this map. So it took a little bit of effort, but they were able to get the picks they need to. Now we see Azadale's just going to have Reckoning ready real soon, but that is the only ultimate ready for Pioneers. Pulse Bomb is ready to go for George Mason. So we will see if Yuck is going to try to make a play. Once the Pioneers looking for that flank from behind. We're going to see Azadale trying to get some damage onto that Junker Queen. Does have Reckoning ready. Portal Runner does take down the Genji. This is the opportunity players are looking for. Both DPS are down, and now they're going to jump onto this Junker Queen. They do get Junker Queen down, and they're going to start moving the payload down. OP NACE is going to be teleporting in, trying to just keep everyone at the spawn point. Genji is going to be coming out, and Marietta is going to continue riding this down. And they will get that 3rd point. It took a little bit of effort, but it was a huge play by the Pioneers to take down the 2 DPS. And there just was not enough damage for George Mason to be able to follow up. So they were able to wall out the Junker Queen, take her down, and all that's left were the supports. So Marietta was able to cruise along and get there with 30 seconds remaining. But that is huge for the Pioneers. So if they can hold and prevent George Mason from getting to the 3rd leg, then they will take this map. So we might be seeing the new composition change working out, because they were trying to almost do a mirror composition with George Mason, but it just was not working for them. But it seems like the Mei and the Junker Queen, Mei and Reaper seem to be working pretty well for the Pioneers. And they are going to lock it in. Yeah, Portal Runner, I wasn't sure what he's going to go with, but he is going to go with Mei this time. But now Marietta will be on defense, so we'll see if they can find the plays they need to hold them back. I think that first round, the first point is definitely going to be critical. Can they eat up as much of the clock as possible in this first leg?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Okay, so the round has begun. So immediately Genji's going to be taking a lot of damage, trying to get into the backlines. Azadel's already less than half health. It will go with the health boost. Just try to save one up, but OP Knees does get taken out very early on. Which is not what you want to see. Whatever has to pop the ice wall, but does get taken down. C4 Gamer is also going to fall. Azadel's going to get taken out. Juggernaut is the only one that's left. And he's going to end up going down. So now the Pioneers are going to have to group back up. But we are going to see George Mason will be taking that first point. Marietta not going to be able to do much to contest. They are going to have to group back up. And it seems to be taking a little while for them to get that first point. So that is inadvertently eating up the clock. Azadale does get picked off though. But now see about 5:22 remains in the round. So Marietta was able to take this about 10 seconds faster, but that might be moot. Because right now, the momentum is still in George Mason's favor, pushing the Pioneers back. The Pioneers need to find a couple stops here to just eat out this clock. But we're going to see Coalescence is about to come online for Juggernaut, so we'll see what kind of play you can go with for here. And here comes the Coalescence coming out from both sides as well. So Dragon Blade for George Mason. Juggernaut actually has to fade away to stay alive. We're looking to try to take down this Genji, but OP Knees and C4 Gamer do end up going down during that fight. Azadale's going to have to fall back. And Porter Runner's going to fall, so Azadale's going to retreat, trying to prevent that stagger, but they're going to have to concede that second checkpoint, it looks like. Which is not what you want to see. Now, Marietta is about to have a couple ults up, although we're going to see Reckoning just about to be ready for Thickman for George Mason. Azadale was looking for the opportunity for a swing, but it is going to miss. You know, Porter Runner's looking to try to get the freeze onto this Junker Queen, using the main wall to try to chop out. But here comes the Reckoning, and we're seeing several going down for the Pioneers. And it looks like a swap came out where Yup is bringing out a Sojourn instead of a Tracer and popping that ultimate to be able to make the play. But now we're going to see that they got the second leg, going straight for the third. But we're going to see several ultimates ready for the Pioneers. So we'll see if they can use that to get a stop. The sound barrier is online for C4 Gamer. Azadale's got Reckoning, but just gotta find the right opportunity to pop that Reckoning and maybe follow it up with a Blizzard. And here comes the Reckoning. It will catch several. Here comes Sound Barrier and Death Blossom, but OP Knees goes down before completing Death Blossom. They do take down the Junker Queen, but OP Knees is going to go down, trying to take out this Genji. Has to Ice Block, but Juggernaut is going to be able to take care of it. But Juggernaut and C4 Gamer are going to go down, so there goes Marietta's support. Azadale is going to get some big damage onto the Sojourn, but just not going to be enough. Going to have to fall back a little bit. And it's going to end up going down. Meanwhile, C4 Gamer trying to get some heals up onto OP Knees. But it's not going to be enough. He's going to end up going down. Porter Runner looking to try to make some picks. Still has Blizzard available and may have to use it right before the payload gets to the third point. 4 minutes still remain in this third leg. Now here comes the Blizzard. And here comes Coalescence coming out for both sides. Dragon Blades coming out. And a bunch of damage going about left and right. Sound Barrier comes out for C4 Gamer. And they're going to pop 4 ultimates. But that will push George Mason off the point. So they're able to push him away, but it took 4 ultimates to do that. Sojourn has their ultimate ready. Right now, Economy is going to be on George Mason's side now, because Marietta burned so much. There comes the Sojourn ult. Trying to take down this Genji, but 3 for the Pioneers, 4, 5 are down for the Pioneers. It's just OP Knees that's just now respawning, looking to contest, but he's going to get picked off before he gets to the payload. So it's a team kill, and now both sides got 3 points. So we're going to go into another round.
Score 3-3. Switching sides.
So what's going to happen here is Marietta is going to start first.
Beginning the match.
I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. Getting turned around. So Marietta will start. They have 1 minute to take the payload as far as they can. No additional time will be added if they do get to different checkpoints. So this is going to be huge for the Pioneers. They need to be able to get the payload very far to have a chance in taking this round. Or taking this map, I should say. Alright, we're going to see almost the same composition from the Pioneers, but Azadale is going to actually bring out the Ramatra instead of the Junker Queen. So we're going to have to see how this plays a role. You know, Ramatra's ult can be very powerful. It's going to bring up the shield, already taking a lot of damage. But Marietta is going to need to find some quick picks if they are going to get to that first point. They only got 35 seconds. They're going to have to make a jump. And they're not really building up a lot of ult charge. Yeah, now they got 30 seconds. OP knees already taken down. And C4 Gamers go down. So does Azadale. Juggernaut's very low. But the Pioneers have fallen. 15 seconds remain. I don't know if they're going to be able to get to the point on time. There's the open knees swapping over the Tracer. Has to recall just because it took so much damage. C4 Gamer immediately getting picked off. And oh, George Mason is just not going to give the Pioneers a chance to even get to the point. So now, George Mason just has to get one tick onto that point. I don't even know if it's one tick. They might just need to make some progress on the point. And they will take it. Since Marietta was not able to make any progress. Actually, no, I think they have to get at least one tick. But the difference, though, is George Mason is going to have 3 minutes and 37 seconds to get to that point. And we saw in round 2, they were able to get to that point pretty quickly. So now we see OP Knees is going to be swapping over. Actually, I thought he was going to go with the Surgeon. I'm going to stick with the Reaper. We may be seeing an early quick attempt by Yuck for George Mason on the Widowmaker. It is a classic play. You try to go for just that quick headshot beginning of the round. So Marietta needs to be ready for this.
4, 3,
Just need to use some cover to make sure they don't get headshot.
seconds incoming. Defend objective A.
But Marietta is not going to be buying it. But now it is going to be a critical move for the Pioneers. Juggernaut already gets taken down. Portal Runner has to pop Ice Block to stay alive. OP Knees has to use Wraith. The Azrael's already fallen. The Pioneers are just all over the place. C4 Gamer is down. Portal Runner's gone down. And so it's just OP Knees. And that is going to be it. George Mason will take that last tick and take map 2 4-3.
Play of the game.
The play of the game is going to go to the Junker Queen for George Mason. He's getting the pick onto OP Knees, using the boost of the Coalescence. Gets the dagger off. Just a lot of damage. Gets that last pick onto Portal Runner. So it is now going to be a match point for George Mason. But so the Pioneers did a lot better that time. It took a little bit to get to that third leg and getting to the end. But they were able to find ways to get rounds or get points but unfortunately it just was not enough when it went into the overtime rounds. So right now the team is going to be talking things over, but looks like they're going to be swapping in Turret God for C4 Gamer. Let's see here, and Argo is going to be coming back, but once again, cameras are not going to be set up. We're going to need some more cameras at some point. I think they are just going to be swapping everyone in to get some game time. It's going to be Suravasa for the third map. So we're getting ready. It looks like we are getting things started. Alright, so we will see how the Pioneers do here.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Alright, we are seeing a very interesting composition coming out for the Pioneers. I mean, Torgod's going to be on the Brigettes, which is expected. For a second there, I thought Azrael was going to be bringing out that new champion, that Maui, but going to be bringing out the Orisa instead.
One.
Pioneers will be leading the way.
Initial flashpoint. Market.
Now the question is, can they get back into things? The backs are against the walls. We've seen them be able to make plays. So can they find a way to get through Flashpoint and move on to the next game? But we're going to see, without that Lucio, they're not going to get to the point first. And George Mason is going to be right there waiting for them. Asdale takes some damage, gets to about half health. His weapon does get overheated. You know, Porter Runner is looking to make a play, goes for a dash, but has to dash away, getting very low on health. OP knees. Trying to get some damage in, but Asdale is going to get taken down. OP knees looking to flank from the side. Turret God going to be looking to get some damage out. And we see one going down. Now, by the way, that's not Turret God on camera. We just don't have cameras on all the computers. We only have it on just a few. So Argo's going to try to keep everyone up. But right now, the point's already at 50% for George Mason. And Turret God is going to go down. You see, trying to take down the Moira, gets very low in health. And he's chasing the Moira, fades away, but does get the Javelin kill. But does get taken down by Junker Queen. But Marietta, looks like they're going to have to concede that first point.
Flashpoint Temple.
We see he's trying to take down this Genji. It does get the pick, so that might be the opportunity that Marietta is looking for. Gets low in health, is going to have to fall back a little bit. Coalescence is coming out, though, for Argo. Be good if I press the right button. And we're going to see several from George Mason going down. So it looks like George Mason is going to reset. Marietta will start capturing the point, and they will get it. Everyone is going to be responding, though, but we're going to see 5 ultimates ready for George Mason. So Marietta has to be ready. They're very thinly spread, which is extremely dangerous when George Mason has not popped any ultimates yet. We're going to see the ultimate coming out for Azadale. And they do get the Junker Queen down. Porter Runner does end up falling, though. Rally's going to be coming out for Tour God, but going to get taken down. OP Knees will take down the Genji, so it's left and right. Marietta's at 50%. Pulse Bomb does come out for the Tracer. OP Knees has to dash away. And we see double recall, the dash to stay alive. Wonder Runner does have Dragon Blade online and heading straight back to the fight. You know, the Javelin does miss, but finding the Junker Queen, trying to get down to about half health. You know, Argo trying to get some damage out. Almost has Coalescence ready. But here comes Sound Barrier for George Mason, and Marietta's going to fall back with 4. The Pioneers already down. And Argo's trying to stay alive as much as possible, but will not survive. So they got the points at 99%. And we're going to see George Mason did pop quite a few ultimates. They actually popped 3 of them earlier, and the Sound Barrier afterwards just to take that. So Marietta just needs to win one good fight, and they'll be right back into this. So Argo does have Coalescence ready, but Reckoning is ready for Thickman. Mountaineers have to be ready for that. We're going to see Coalescence there coming out for Argo. Has to fade away. Azadel's already fallen. So Argo's trying to use this as a way to get some damage in, but we're going to see the Tracer does end up going down, but so does Torrent God. Wonder Runner looking to make a pick, but does not find the opportunity, and is going to end up going down himself. OP Knees extremely low and gets picked off. Now the point's at 76%. Marietta just was only able to do so much with 1 ultimate. Points at 83%. And they got about maybe 1 chance. I don't know if they're going to be able to get to the point on time. But we're going to see Torgod swapping over to Lucio, but he gets immediately taken out. And unfortunately, Marietta does not get the point. So now it's the final point for George Mason. Marietta will have to try to make the plays. They got really close on that second one. Azadel does have his ultimate ready, but 3 of almost 4 ultimates are going to be ready for George Mason.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
So already seeing Pioneers taking a lot of damage. Water Runner looking to get some damage out. Here comes Coalescence and ultimates left and right. Although everyone's very low in health, Argo does end up going down. And so is 3-4 the Pioneers. It's just OP Knees that's left. So the combination of the Dragon Blade and Coalescence was just too much for the Pioneers, and they're going to have to fall back. OP Knees is trying to get away so he doesn't get picked off. So I'm trying to get it picked onto the Junker Queen. They're getting everyone very low in health. Junker Queen's almost down. The Lance does not connect. We're going to see the Sound Barrier coming out, and so is the Pulse Bomb. OP Knees does get taken down. Whatever, trying to dash through. Does have Dragon Blade, but Reckoning is going to be coming out. Both Azadel and Torgod does take it, and they're going to go down. The point is now at 70%. They only have about 2 ultimates ready, and this may be the last fight for the Pioneers. We're going to see Azadel swapping over to the Doomfist to try to get to the point faster. OP Knees immediately gets picked off, which is not what you want to see. Now it's at 95%. But George Mason is not allowing the Pioneers to get to the point at all, and they will take map 3, 3-0. Where the game will go to Lucio. Hitting the picks left and right. But that is going to be it for us. So the Pioneers will fall to George Mason 3-0. I mean, I think a lot of it early on with those early picks, not necessarily be on the same page. And I think that did get to them mentally going into the third game. But that is going to be it for us today. So thank you all for watching. For all the latest updates of what's going on with Marietta College Esports, please be sure to follow us here on Twitch, X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Shout outs to our supporters. So we want to thank HyperX for being the official peripheral sponsor of Marietta College Esports. But we also want to thank Buy Blue Light, Elgato, Over the Moon Pizza, Kovac, MSI, and Incrediware for all their support. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your follows. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you for your subscriptions. And we hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great night.